Welcome back. So we did our first example of music in 4/4 time, and let's actually just do another one. We're just going to do another example in 4/4 time. So EX2. I'll probably forget to keep numbering these EX things, so it's not integral that you write down that this is example 2 or anything. It's not really matched up with any PDF that I'm going to publish or anything like that. So anyway, I'm just kind of keeping track of it right now. This is EX2. And this is going to be in 4/4 time, but I'm going to write the 4/4 a little bit different. I'm actually going to use the common time notation. So I'm just writing a C. That is the same exact thing if I had written, it means the same thing as if I had written 4/4 like that. So instead of writing 4/4, I'm just going to write the C for common time. And let's say we're going to make this 3 measures instead of 2. We did a 2-measure example last time, so this time we're going to make it 3. So there'll be the first one, there'll be the second, there'll be the third. And here's our end. Don't know if hopefully I drew that okay. So anyway, let's make up a rhythm to go in each of these bars. How about, we started on a quarter note last time, so how about we start on a half note? So let's start half note. And how about let's do 2 quarters. 1, 2. That's a rhythm we haven't seen yet. And how about, well, we haven't used any whole notes yet. Why don't we just make this measure a whole note? And remember, because we're in common time or 4/4 time, and a whole note gets 4 beats in 4/4 time, this will fill up our whole measure. Hence the term whole note. That's why it's called a whole note. So keep in mind, I kind of did a video explaining this, but you can see that this half note, it's taking up half of our measure. And this quarter note, we would be able to fit 2 other quarter notes where this half note is. So these quarter notes are taking up a quarter of the measure. Hence where they all get their names. But anyway, that's kind of review. So anyway, how about we just make this kind of a musical palindrome, and we just reverse the rhythm of this first measure. So we'll write quarter. Actually, I gotta write that. Should put that quarter note maybe a bit more spread out. So quarter, quarter, and half right there. Boy, that engine is really loud. So hopefully you're not hearing that engine outside too much. Okay, so now we've got our rhythm down. We've got our rhythm completely established. And actually, I'm going to shut this window, see if it makes this any better. Hopefully that's a bit less noisy. Okay, so we've got our rhythm down here. And this half note is going to happen on beat 1. It's the first beat that beat of the piece. So we're going to write down beat 1. Now remember from our other example, where should we put beat 2 after a half note? Well, we're going to put it in, remember, what we called no man's land, because we've got, we're just holding this half note through beat 2. So beat 2 is going to go there because we're just holding this. And then this half note's going to fill up all of beats 1 and beats 2. And then we're going to move on to this quarter note, which happens on beat 3. Move on. That takes up all of beat 3, so we move on. This one is going to take up beat 4. And then what happens? Well, this is our second measure, and we filled up 1, 2, 3, 4 beats there. So we're going to start over. We're going to start over with 1 here. And we've got, on our downbeat, we've got a whole note. So I'll write down 1. And then what happens? Well, how long do we hold a whole note for? We hold a whole note for 4 whole beats, right? So we play it and we play 2, 3, 4. We hold it for 4 whole beats. So then we've got beats 2, 3, and 4 that are all going to go in no man's land. We don't have notes over them. We're just stringing together beats 2, 3, and 4. We're just holding through. Draw little arrows like that. And I'll still put in our green arrows after this so that we can show where the downbeats are and where we're holding. And then, so we've got our last measure. So we've got a quarter note, so this takes up the whole measure. So we start over on 1 here. So we've got a quarter note on beat 1. Then that takes up all of beat 1, so we move on. Quarter note on beat 2. Takes up all of beat 2. So then this half note starts on beat 3. And beat 4, because this gets 2 beats, beat 4 is going to be in no man's land. So that's the beats for this example. Now in green, just like in the last example, we're going to put in where our downbeats are. Well, we play on beat 1, we attack on beat 1, or we articulate on beat 1, and then we hold through beat 2, right? So we attack beat 1, hold through beat 2, okay? Then on beat 3, we have our downbeat, we attack on beat 3, and we just play on beat 3. Beat 4, same thing, we attack on beat 4, and we just play beat 4. Then moving on the second measure, we'll attack on beat 1, and then what happens? Well, we hold, and we hold all the way to beat 4. So we hold for that entire measure, like that. And then that takes up the entire measure. So we'll move on to the next one. Downbeat on 1, takes up all of beat 1. Downbeat on 2, takes up all of beat 2. Then we have our half note again. Downbeat on beat 3, holds through 4. And we're done. So we've got all of our diagrams in, all of our downbeats and our holds, like that. So now I'm going to give us, I'll do it in yellow, just to be colorful. And I'm going to put it where it should go. I'm going to give ourselves a metronome marking. I'm going to make it a bit faster than our last example. So I'm going to say quarter note is equal to 65, let's say. So I'll pull up the metronome, and if you remember, I'll just kind of put in the plug again. This is from 7thstring.com. Do a Google search for metronome. It's the second hit that comes up, and I'm going to set this to 65 and turn it on. Okay, so here we go. I'll sing through it on Da a couple of times, and then I'll sing through on the numbers. Da, 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 da. Okay, one more time. Da, 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 da. Okay? One more time, I'm going to do it on numbers. And when I hold a note like this, all I say is the first number. I'm not going to say 1, 2. I'm just going to say the first number. So here we go. 1, 3, 4. 1, 1, 2, 3. Okay? One more time. 1, 3, 4. 1, 1, 2, 3. Okay? So there we go. Now I'll shut this off. So hopefully you found that a bit interesting, and hopefully it's starting to make a bit more sense. Next few videos, we'll just keep doing examples like this. So anyway, hope you found this interesting, and I'll see you soon.